Hello, Nancy. I hope you had a wonderful morning and afternoon and a good evening. It's still early, it's 7:55 right now, and I'm starting my whole list of recordings before starting the weekend, which is pretty heavy for me. So, earlier we did, what's the name? Conversational American English on page 5, okay? And we did telling how you have been doing positive, keeping busy, keeping myself busy, been keeping myself busy. You can just use this one, keeping busy, keeping myself busy, being busy. I would say, personally, you know, I've been busy. You know, that's what I would say. I've been busy, didn't have too much time to do anything else. I have to take care of so many things. I'm an entrepreneur. Um, uh, I'm a mother. I have pets to take care as well. I have so many things to do. Weekends, I have to work. I can tell you, one, two, three, four, five. I have 7 classes plus the recordings. It's basically a 10-hour work for the Saturday, Sunday the same. And when I start the weekend, I have to start my work I have to wake up at 5 and give my class at 5:30 because in China, in Beijing, they didn't have any time change. So I have to wake up very early. Um, and which is okay because I have to deal with kids, and the kids are still young, so it's fun, even though I'm not awake. But anyway, so I've been busy. Okay, I would say that I've been busy, or keeping myself busy. You know, what are you doing? Keeping myself busy. I do a lot of stuff. I have a lot of new ideas all the time. Telling how you have been doing. Neutral, getting by, those expressions sound fine, but I would say, getting by would be like more like a financial thing. You're getting by, it's not great, it's not bad, but in between. Um, those guys are not fair to me, to middling. No, I'm sorry, we're not gonna use that in California. So, that's the most common one. So. You don't want to express that you have problems, or the most common answer in America is, even though it's not great, you can say great. It's fine. I'm great. I'm fine. Um, if you start saying so, but you don't want to say too much, you have to understand, in California, people don't like to be too negative. And it's the same in Florida. People don't like to be too negative. But if you're in New York, people can be a tiny bit more, um, you know, honest with their emotions. Like, even though they cannot really control their emotions very well. Um, could be better, could be worse. Could be better, could be worse. I would say those guys. So, getting by. So, could be worse, could be better. Those are the most important so far. Same as always, same as usual. Nothing has changed. It's same old, same old. So don't pronounce it like that. Same old, same old. I would say same old. Have you been? Well, same old thing. Um, there was a painter, Jean-Michel Basquiat. He was in New York, actually, I think in the Bronx or Brooklyn. And during the 80s, he was signing his paintings with a SAMO, SAMO, which is a contraction for same old. That's SAMO, that was his signature. I wanted to tell you that earlier, but I forgot. Anyway, you can check Jean-Michel Basquiat. Anyways, telling how you've been doing negative. Not good, not so good, not too good. Forget about those guys. None too good. It's not really popular. So not good, not so good, not too good, not well, not very well, not so well. Again, be careful when you have any negative emotions. You don't want people to be too, especially if you don't know them, or you barely know them. You don't want to share too many negative emotions or experiences. I would say it's more like a East Coast kind of attitude. Okay, continuing. It's not doing anything. My computer has been hectic lately. For the past 2 days, I have to restart my computer more often, and it's not doing great. I don't know what happened here. So, but anyway, here we go. Not too well, not so hot. Nah, forget about those guys. Not too well, not great, not so great, not too great. Forget about this one. Lousy. You're not gonna say that. I've seen better days. Yeah, you can say it. You know how how things are going. How do you feel? Well, I've seen better days, but it's okay. It's fine. It's not great, but could be better. Could be worse, but it's okay. I've had better days, could be better. I've been better. I've been under the weather. Okay. Well, I've been under the weather lately, but you don't want to dwell. You don't want to keep obsessing about your negative emotions. So you can say, well, it's not great right now, but it's okay. It's fine. Because the thing is, when you have a conversation with someone and you keep focusing on the negative aspects, the person can feel uncomfortable. And that's where you can, at the end of the conversation, you can just be like, look, well, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's not that bad. It could be worse. Okay. Explaining that you've been busy. I'm busy, keeping busy. Well, I've been busy, basically. I'm swamped, like overwhelmed with work, lots of work. Don't have time. I'm snowed under. Meh. I would say it's better to say I'm swamped. I don't have time to breathe. I don't have time to think. There are not enough hours in the day. I need 70 hours per day instead of 24. Not a moment to spare. I've been running around with my head cut off. I've been running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I'm not going to use this one. Um, I would say just focus on, I've been busy. I'm swamped. I'm very busy. Keeping myself busy will be more like, well, I don't work, or I have a lot of hobbies to keep myself busy. Okay. It's not really serious. People will not take you seriously, so it's better to say, well, I'm swamped, I'm busy, I have a lot of work, don't have time to breathe, to think, uh, don't have enough hours in the day to do everything that I want to do, not a moment to spare, and that's it. Okay. After inviting a friend for a drink or coffee, do you have time for coffee? How about a cup of coffee? Let's go get coffee. Do you have any time? Let's go for coffee, for a beer, for a drink. Okay, well, that's when we are outside. Okay, how about going to the coffee shop? Do you want a latte? Do you want a cappuccino? Would you like to go to Starbucks? Well, I'm going home. Would you like to have a cup of coffee? Do you want to join me? So we have way more options actually. It's just the basic stuff here. So we can just say, well, do you have time for coffee? I'm going back home right now. Do you want to join me? How about a cup of coffee? Okay, so you have somebody already over in your house. You can say, well, would you like to a cup of coffee? Or how about a cup of coffee or a tea or whatever? Okay. Introductions. So you introduce a guy to somebody else, introduces someone to someone else. I'd like you to meet my friend, blah, blah. I'd like you to meet Mary. This is my friend Mary. John. This is Mary. Mary, John. Mary, have you met John? Mary, do you know John? Mary, shake hands with John Jones. Yeah, I don't like it too much because it's just like the guys telling the woman what to do, and forget about this one. Do you two know each other? Have you met? Or if you're talking to someone, you feel like you know this person, but you're not sure, and you can say, oh, have we met somewhere? I think I recognize your face. Okay. Or somebody can be very rude, very mean, and you're trying to talk to this person, and this person can react very badly and saying, I'm sorry, have we met? Like, do I know you? That can be very nice and very bad. Have you two been introduced? Haven't you been introduced? Oh, I'm sorry, how silly of me. This is Mary. I forgot to introduce Mary. Mary John is a guy I was telling you about. Oh, I heard so much about you, you know. You two have a lot of in common. Nice. Won't you have somebody to date someone else? So, but anyway, let's stop with this one, okay? I'd like you to meet my friend. I'd like you to meet Mary. This is my friend Mary, John, Mary, etc. Have you met John? Do you know John? Do you want to meet him? Forget about this one. Huh? It's going to be a bit rude for some people. Do we know each other? Do you know each other? Have we met? Have you met? Etc. etc. Okay, let's just stop here. Um, where is American Headway? Okay, so here we didn't do it because it's all about the everyday English, making conversation. Like, you know, we have this exercise. It's page 17 of American Headway. And what a nice day it is today. What a nice day it is today. Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? How are you today? Well, I'm fine, etc. So it's not very difficult here. What I wanted to do is to focus on the third unit. It all went wrong. Nothing good happened. It was a big failure. And here we have the past tenses: were, saw, went, told, said, had, took, gave, got, up, could, made, did. And we need the present tense: are, see, go, tell, say, have. Well, we can say has, have, okay. Sees, see, go, goes, tell, tells, say, says, has, have, take, takes, give, gives, get, gets, can. We're not gonna say cans, okay. So can, make, makes, do, does, okay. And we had a small text about the burglary. That was very weird. And we are using the past simple. Okay, so let's just read it. It was 3 o'clock in the morning when 4-year-old Russell Brown woke up to go to the bathroom. His parents were fast asleep in bed, but when he heard noise in the living room and saw a light was on, he went downstairs. There he found 2 men. They asked him his name and told him they were friends of the family. Unfortunately, Russell believed them. They asked him where the VCR and the TV were. Russell showed them and said they had a stereo and a CD player too. The 2 men carried these to the kitchen. Russell also told them that his mother kept her wallet in a drawer in the kitchen. So they took that. Russell even gave them his pocket money, 50 cents. They finally left at 4 a.m. They said, "Will you open the back door while we take these things to the car? Because we don't want to wake mommy and daddy, okay?" So Russell held the door open for them. He then went back to bed. His parents didn't know about the burglary until they got up the next day. His father said I couldn't be angry with Russell because he thought he was doing the right thing. Fortunately, the police caught the 2 burglars last week, so it was a done thing. 3 o'clock, be careful of the 4-year-old Russell Brown. It behaves like an adjective. It's called a compound noun, and you need hyphens, and you cannot use any plural, okay? The 4-year-old Russell Brown. We can say he's 4 or he's 4 years old, but here it's a different pattern. So to wake up, to fall asleep, okay, to hear, to go, etc. So we have basically a simple past, okay, and I don't think they have any questions here. Okay. Okay. Write the past forms of these irregular verbs from the article: wake, woke, hear, heard, find, found, keep, kept, leave, left, hold, held, think, thought, catch, caught. Okay. So, and we also did this one: grammar spot, what tense on nearly all the verbs in the article? Well, it's even written here. So we're gonna use the past simple, or the simple past. Okay, woke up, heard, etc., etc. So it's mainly a simple past simple. So write the past simple of these verbs: asked, showed, wanted, walked, started, tried, carried. So we transform the Y into I. Liked, believed, used. It can be also past participle used. It's used. It's not new, it's used. Stopped, planned. Okay. So, and we also answered, well, we had to find the question. We have the answer, but we need to look for the question. So write the question to these answers. Because he wanted to go to the bathroom. Why did he wake up? Because he wanted to go to the bathroom. They were in bed. Where were the parents? Where were they? They were in bed. Because he heard a noise and saw a light on. So he could have gotten back to sleep. He could have um, he could have got he could have decided and be like, well, I'm gonna go back to sleep. I don't care. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go back to sleep. So, but here he heard a noise and saw a light on. So why didn't he go back to sleep? Why didn't he go back to sleep? Two, how many burglars were they? Two, they told me they were friends of the family. Why? We can have different options here. We can say why the Russell didn't alert or wake up his parents. Why didn't he wake up his parents? Because he told him they were friends of the family. In a drawer in the kitchen. So where was the mother's wallet? In the drawer in the kitchen. So the 50 cents, I think it was a pocket money. So how much did you have as a pocket money? Well, just 50 cents. He also gave his pocket money. How much was it? 50 cents. At 4 a.m., 4 a.m. they stopped and they left. So when did the burglars leave? At 4 a.m. The next day, when the parents found out about the burglary, when did they found out about the burglary? The next day. And last week, when did they catch the burglars? Last week. Okay, it's funny because we're talking about next day, last week, like a present event, and after we have to talk about the past. So it's like, what? But since when? It's like last week, but like a month later of the burglary, or it's pretty hard to understand here. And we are making connections on exercise 1. Match the verb phrases, then make sentences using both verbs in the past. Join the sentences with so, because, and, or, but. Break a cup, fix it. So, we need the past tense. Okay, we need the both verbs in the past. So I broke a cup and I fixed it. I felt sick, so I went to bed. Okay, I made a sandwich. We can be because I was hungry. To take a shower, we can also be very creative. We don't have to follow that. To take a shower, I took a shower too, and I washed my hair. I lost my passport. I lost my passport, and I said I was sorry, I guess. I called the police. I called the police because I heard a strange noise. Yeah. I ran out of coffee. It's like you don't have any coffee anymore. You run out of something, you don't have it anymore. I ran out of milk. Don't have any milk at home anymore. Okay. I ran out of coffee. So I ran out of coffee, so I bought some more. Yeah. I forgot her birthday. So I said I was sorry, we can say that. Or I laughed. you know. The phone rang and I answered it. I told a joke and I laughed. Okay. Well, it's just I lost my passport. You know, and I found it. Ah, this one, and I found it. I forgot about that. I didn't pay attention. And talking about you, we don't need that. But what did you do last night? What did you do last weekend? What did you do on the last birthday? And what did you do on the last vacation? Well, can answer quickly. What did I do last night? I made some recordings and I tried to relax a bit because uh, I spent my whole week waking up at 5 and doing a lot of work, and I was exhausted. So I went to sleep earlier. Um, what did you do last weekend? Worked. I worked, and sometimes I go to the movies. Especially on Sunday. Sunday, I have a break during the afternoon, so I can escape my computer. What did you do on the last birthday? I think I went to the restaurant. Yeah, I went to the restaurant just to have something casual to do with my husband and my daughter. I didn't want to have my family, and I like to have something low key, very simple for my birthday. I just don't like to be the center of the attention. What did you do on your last vacation? Last vacation, Mexico. I went to visit, to go to the Dia de los Muertos. We visited different things. We also went to museums. I didn't show you some pictures. So I went, I watched, I did. So we are using a simple past here. Next time, so you see, so we have different articles, different stories, but we are going to focus on the past. The past continuous, so the past progressive. You can see so many different names for the tenses. It's quite frustrating because it's not the same appellations. It can be a bit frustrating, but in English we can call it the past progressive or the past continuous. It's a ongoing action, past ongoing action. That was a weird sound coming from the street, but anyway, what I would like to do is we were supposed to do the long one, but I want to make sure. Hold on, I need to skip a lot of stuff to make sure you can remember the past progressive. Okay, so actually we did the page 22. Let's do that first. There we go. So I gave you more verbs. Okay, so far, not this one. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we did also bite, beat, beaten, bleed, bled, bled, blow, blew, blown. So 3, break, broke, broken. 4, breed, bred, bred. 5, bring, brought, brought. 6, broadcast, 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 doesn't change. 7, build, built, built. 8, burn, burned, burnt, burned, burnt. Okay, in American English we will use burn more often than burnt. It's more like a British kind of stuff. To burst, 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 the same. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Okay, 20 for so far. I'll give you more next time. So this is a simple past, but the past continuous, so the past progressive. It's when you see the ing. Okay, so this is a simple past. We did that, and the past progressive. You see, on the other book, American Headway, they're using the past continuous, but it's the same past progressive. Okay, past progressive is like an ongoing action, an ing, like she was standing under a tree when it began to rain. This past progressive can only be interrupted by the simple past. Okay, the more I explain, the more you will understand. So we have was or were plus a verb and ing. Okay, so past progressive. We'll go through this stuff again. So I was walking down the street and it began to rain, etc. So both actions, so I already explained that, but I want to go into details with American Headways. That we will have more exercises, more text. Okay, this should not necessarily here, but probably a bit after. We'll this one. There's an exercise. Choose a correct for a verb form. I was seeing. So we'll see the difference between the simple past and the past continuous. Okay. Um, you remember before we did a couple of. I was looking at different books, but I don't want you to download them. Okay. Just get very simplistic. You are like, okay, well, what does it mean? A couple of, a long time ago, a lot of, a pair of, okay, above all, above else, okay. We can continue according to, after all, again and again, okay. We'll go through that the next time. I'm just showing you. You can pause. You can also read the different examples, okay. And the phrasal verbs are gonna start when I feel you are ready, because it can be a bit annoying. It's like to give up, to give in, etc. There's something I would like to do. Those are it's like ESL kind of course where you have a topic, different vocabulary, different words, and you have to read different paragraphs, different point of views, and you need to discuss about that. You have different questions. We can also do that, but it takes a lot of time, and we cannot do anything else. So time to time we can do that, and have different topics we can talk about. Okay, and remember the verbs, the different expressions like to come across. I think that's to be composed of, to clean off, to come across, dress up, to fall asleep, fill out. Remember that. In retrospect, on the whole, set out and wait on. This is what we're going to do the next time. In retrospect, looking back at the past, on the whole, in general, all things considered, set out to live, begin a journey, wait on to serve someone in a restaurant. Okay, we'll do that. And that's it. That is it. You have, let me check, here. So, I forgot about that. Where is boost? Boost up your vocabulary. Oh, I don't have it here. Well, I was using boost up vocabulary with, when I was using the detached, my house is detached, semi-detached, square meters. And be careful of this expression, to break in. The burglars broke in my house. Okay, they got arrested. I have recommended you also to check Comedy Central, the channel, because they have the Daily Show and the Colbert Report. It's very funny. New York accent. They speak very fast. You feel a bit overwhelmed, but I think it's a good training. And to flip it over, it's like when you have a card and um, uh, you're gonna show the recto or the verso. You flip it over, okay? And okay, so let me see if I can find. Hold on. I swear I opened it. What's going on with this stuff? So it was somewhere here. I have a lot of books. You have no idea. And boost up should be somewhere here. Okay. Boost up. What I was doing actually is to go through this. So let me just finish the video by, the next time we can also talk about the different vocabulary. What I would like to do that now: a cupboard, a shelf or shelves, cooker, an oven, hob, you don't use it, microwave, dishwasher, washing machine, a fridge, the freezer, the sink, the taps, the handle, the drawers, waste bin, the work surface, the coffee machine, the kettle, or the kettle. The T can sound like these. It's worse with Latinos. Teapot, a toaster, the blinds, the living room, the sofa. We can also talk about the silverware, the plates, the glasses, the cups, the mugs, etc. Television set. That's what we see in American English is television set, the TV, armchair, coffee table, floorboards. I forget about this one. The rug, the sound system, the stool, standard lamp, table lamp, the bookcase, bookshelf, picture, a vase, the curtains, radiator. It's a space heater in American English. We use a lot of British here for some reason. The radiator, the space heater, the fireplace, mantelpiece, the light bulb. This one, you replace it. Socket, this, the cable, and the plug. Up. The bathroom, a bath or bathtub. The bathtub with a TUB. That's where you take your bath. The shower, the toilet roll, sub dish, towel rail, the wash basin. You don't use those guys. Mirror, the basket or the towel, the bath towel. Be careful, it's like towel, hand towel, flannel, toothbrush. So we are they're not giving the whole thing, but you can, what do we need? We have the mat, we have the curtain for the shower, we have the mirror. Um, You have the toothbrush, the toothpaste, the sink, the toilet, the shower head, the bathtub, etc. Bedroom, double bed, single bed. That's purely English here because they are not talking about the king size bed, the queen size, twin beds, etc., etc. Computer, so the chest of drawers, the carpet. Yeah, those guys are British, so be careful. Computers or laptop, desktop, desk lamp, dressing table, a cover. Duvet is more like this kind of big covers where you have a lot of feathers inside. Radio, alarm, an alarm clock, basically. Wardrobe, waste paper bin, a trash can. Okay, so we have a lot of British stuff. So I'm rectifying everything. Okay. And what I was doing actually is, well, the detached homes, semi detached, terraced, bungalow, cottage, farmhouse, flat. Flat is British. We say an apartment in American English. Okay. So, boost to vocabulary, they use a lot of British, but I'm here to rectify that. Okay. So, we're going to not go through everything, but yeah, just don't go nuts with these books because you have a lot of British stuff in the country. Okay, countryside is outside the city, is a suburb. In the town or in the town, the village. In San Fran, in Santa Clara, San Jose, etc., etc. In the suburb, I'm in a quiet or busy street. In the mountains, near the sea, near downtown. We're not gonna say the city center because it's pretty British. Near downtown, close to downtown, a long way from downtown, far from downtown, about 20 minutes walk from downtown. That's good here, about 20 minutes walk from downtown. We're not gonna use this one. Quite close to a park, quite close to a supermarket, quite close to a post office, etc. Above a shop, next to a cafe or coffee shop, opposite to the post office. And that's interesting stuff. This question, what are your neighbors like? And you see, neighbor is spelled as a British word, Ours, but in American English it would be ORS. Um, I don't know, really. You never hear them. Yeah, go figure. Okay, so where do you live? South of San Francisco, maybe like a half hour by car, you know. Um, Whereabouts exactly, or it's the south, it's in the suburb, small town or small city or whatever. You can be a bit more specific. If you live in Oakland or Berkeley, you'll be like, well, it's like right side or east side of San Fran, etc., etc. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna leave you alone. You have a beautiful night, a beautiful weekend. I saw your schedule. I confirmed everything. I'll see you Monday at 9 o'clock. Okay? You take care and talk to you soon. Bye bye.